Yep, state boy that I just decided I better kind of tame it down a little bit and get on over, because I saw it's incredible how the state boys, they just haul butt, man. I don't know how you can drive and obey the laws. And believe it or not, a lot of police officers have bad driving records. You think I'm making this stuff up? I'm not. I've met police officers who'll point blank tell you. So he got nailed in his Amazon truck hauling butt. So he's sitting on the side of the road. That's not going to be good. So yeah, I don't know how, if you're a state trooper, drive the, extremely fast all day, how you get in your own car and drive home, and how you get around on your off duty, and you can not be just, going down the road. Yeah, I get it. It's not criticism. I'm just sharing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but would I been better off a wholesaler? Probably. Because the tax liability, see where I don't get the money? Well, I do, because different states have different laws where you get credited back for your tax monies. So in some circumstances, yes, that works. But in a lot of circumstances, you buy a car, let's just say you pay $2,000 in sales tax, then you sell it, they're not going to get that $2,000 back. Yeah, so that's a whole challenge. And the guys at the dealership were talking about yesterday, so what's the F-150 Lightning? What's that doing? So they said, well, we just bought a Platinum. They just bought a used Platinum Lightning for $96,000 or $97,000. So the Platinum's like $91,000, $92,000. So at the end of the day, the guy had sold that back to him. He made no money. If he lives in a state with 5% sales tax, that's close to $5,000 in sales tax on the vehicle. So 92 plus 5 is $97,000. So there's no money there. That guy that bought that vehicle. Now, as I say, if I was a wholesaler, then I wouldn't have that challenge, because as a wholesaler, you have a tax exempt license to buy it, and then when you collect the tax from the person that buys it from you, or they pay the tax, that's how that all plays out. But it's not ownership, it's just a transfer. Yeah, it's pretty incredible how I just didn't pursue that. But another part of me is like, I've had a much more lucrative career doing other things in my life. I've made a lot of money doing other things. That's why I never had to go that direction. So that's why I haven't done it. My time and energy and my mission to accomplish other things has been, in my eyes, more successful. That's why I don't do it. But many people bring it up. But it's all about time and energy, and what's your mission, right? The mission. What's the mission? Is it the Mission Impossible? Right? Doesn't Tom Cruise have another new Mission Impossible coming out like this December? I swear that when I went and saw Top Gun this past summer, that he's got a Mission Impossible movie coming up. That'd be pretty cool to go watch, right? Oh, we're getting closer. No doubt about one thing. Definitely two-part. This will definitely be, the rolling up, and then the continuation video will be me riding around if I buy the vehicle or not, right? Too bad. Respectable. Some days the roads are just crazy, but it's a colder day, and they're predicting rain and ice and all this other stuff. So my goal is, if I do the deal, do I do the deal? So think, who's taking that malarkey, right? Oh, Iceman's gonna drive the Coons Baltimore Ford, and he's gonna think about if he buys a truck. The guy went there on Saturday. The Iceman went there Saturday and test drove his truck, and now the Iceman's driving back, and he's just gonna go look at the truck, right? Yeah, right. Hey, here's somebody buying a pool. Look at this big plat. Isn't that something how they do the pools these days? It's just already made. That's a damn deep ass pool. I must be the deep end. Look how big that damn thing is. We'll be going by in a second. Oh, that's not a good idea, is it? Threw that that off, didn't I? You get car sick. Yeah, so look at that thing. How much is that bad boy, right? So I come up on it, around it. Oh, it's 2 pools. Yeah, this guy's taking this. Yeah, it's more than, yeah, that makes a little more sense. Because otherwise, that thing was massive. Massive. Now they got the guy coming out from here. So anyways, follow me along here. Follow me along. I just can't stand. Why do I say it? Because I've been taught by the other YouTubers to say, follow me along. Yeah, what's the mission on the other YouTube channels besides the gloom and doom behind gloom and doom? Wait a second, it sounds like your channel. Gee, thanks. So here you are, in that red other Maverick with just a one tire size smaller, it gets 29 plus miles per gallon on the open highway. It gets close to 30 miles a gallon. I just have not seen, it's just, I'm just blown away that tire is that radically different in fuel mileage. Yeah, for me, per gallon Maverick, when I'm on the open road, that is awesome. I mean, that's just awesome. I love that. This vehicle here, I'd say it's 26. Would it maybe get 28? I don't know. I think it's a solid 3 mile per gallon difference. That would be my, anybody out there getting ready to buy a Maverick, you're not going to get the better mileage without a bigger tire in the vehicle. So I wouldn't order that bigger tire. So I think the red Maverick is every bit as good. You know, without that cap on the Maverick, I think that's a sharp little truck. Cap on the Maverick, I know, it takes it away. I get all that. All right. The chitter chatter, be unbelievable. If you told me a week ago I'd be driving by this Ford dealer and I'd see a Wild Track hot pepper red Bronco sitting there that would be mine, I'd have said, nope. Here I am. Up, here we go. There she is. Did they do the right wheel package on it? I think it looks pretty cool. Well, this place is packed, but there's a lot of construction work going on right here right now, and this has been a fiasco. I'm trying to get this area done right. Look at that there. Look at that Raptor. That's a Ford Raptor. Trucky. Hard to believe, really. Got all the stuff on it, but here we are. So the Adventure 150, I'm going to say the F-150 Lightning. F-150 day begins. Here we go. Yep, this place here, I mean, this Coons Baltimore Ford, I can't emphasize enough. If anybody thinks that this place is hurting for business, there's no way. There's no way. These guys are doing phenomenal. I mean, even for me, I sometimes think, oh, it's all changing. Nope. It's not. It's, you know, it's, what I mean by that is it isn't radical. Look at this here. Where's my sales guy? He doesn't even know I'm here. Parked it way down here. Why is it so far away, right? So isn't that a weird color? So you couldn't convince me that this is the same color as my Mach-E GT. So look at it. Hey, buddy, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. So look here. Just lowered wheels. I like the wheels. Actually, those wheels are pretty cool. Is this a 22-inch wheel tire? Oh, you know what? Whose tire is this? Oh, it's a Michelin. Wow. Wow. So that's that there. Oh my gosh. These Michelins, I am so excited now. That's huge. Right there, those tires are $500 each. What are they? These are 22s. Oh, they did a 22. Wow. It's like, to me, it seems like they changed out the trucks on Saturday. Wow. They did that right. And then whose wheel is it? I have no idea. Dub. If that, you know, I may be way off on my numbers. I don't know. I have to get my sales guy to come out here. Yeah, I'm actually more excited now. I thought they put a Nito on. I'm just not a Nito guy. I know Nito's a good product, but for on this size here, so let's take the exhaust here. I haven't even crawled around my hands and knees yet to see what they did here. Look at that there. So it's a single into a dual. So look at the suspension. Yeah, that's a project. Yeah, so different springs, I'm guessing. Right there, then up front. I don't know. Wow. Crawl around like an old man. Oh my gosh. Freaking asphalt's killing me. So yeah, it'd have been neat. I don't know. What do you think? The exhaust tips? It could have been. I wish it kind of about like here. That would have been pretty cool on that. Yeah, I wish this was a roll-up cover, but not bad. Oh, there it is. That's funny. Yeah. Wow. There's the exhaust note. They got my tires. All right. So the factories are general. So I'm going to sell these. I think I should really get at least $1,000 for his tires and wheels. So that would help offset the buying experience. What's this thing? That thing sounds badass. Now, when you go to the Shelby Super Snake, so the biggest difference on that, I believe the front caliper disc is much bigger. Yeah, but it's really interesting to know. Well, suspension definitely different. And so let's get in here. So here's the cloth interior. The door has heated seats. I like the dash. I really do like the the retro, still conventional dash. Does it have heated seats? Damn, it does not. That would have been nice. And look at the ignition. Here's your ignition switch. I mean, for what I have, all the things I own, for me to have this. And then, it has your glasses. That's nice. It there. So radio. So it's real base. It has a camera. What has a front camera? That'd be interesting. But you know as well as I do. I mean, if I ever wanted to put a nice leather interior in this thing, like the F450, but I don't know. I don't like that interior. It's too bulbous. Oh, so it's power. That's good. And let's see here. So here's so it doesn't have adaptive. We know that. Menu there. So where's my sales guy? I wonder where he is. What is he up to? Let's see here. Trying to figure out that there. Wow, this is so sad. I came from the two-door truck, Chevy truck, just a two-door cab. I mean, it's just so 70s, because you're sitting, you're in your truck here. You don't have all the big 4-year Christmas sales. He's coming. I don't know what he's doing actually, but that's encouraging. This here actually fits my phone, which that's nice. Just down here, I guess that's okay. So you can make this into a full bench seat. See here, so now, I'll show you the truck here. So now this is a full bench seat. So 3 people can sit in it. Yeah, do I take this to Tennessee? A ton of miles on it. I think the tow capacity is be a lot lower. That's my guess. All right, lost my sales guy. Just kind of hanging out. The truck will eventually turn off, but need the key. But whatever, right? Hey, that's pretty cool. I just pulled the hood release, and it killed the truck. All right, so yeah, I like that grill, the blacked out grill. That's really cool. I think they changed that out. I think they changed out the grill. I don't know. I'd have to ask him on that. Strut. I like the strut hood. look at the engine. So there's one thing for sure, man. If you really wanted to go and do this thing and supercharge it, there's no problem doing that. This thing would just be, this thing. I mean, I don't know, debatable which supercharger I put on it, but I'm not there. It's just a really cool looking truck for the moment. And see, I could tell people all the time, my videos is, my challenge is I don't keep anything long enough. So the challenge is you take this truck here and I start modding it, I'll never get the money back out of it. I'll never get it. I mean, right now, already I've just showed you, but having the Michelin tires, that's pretty big. So to me, that's huge. Wheels, these dub wheels, I may be off. These may be, 3,000. Hey, what's the dub? Is the dub wheel a good wheel? All right, so get this.
Let's do another ride.
Do you want to? No, I don't have to unless you want to. I mean, I think we're good, right? Yeah, so here's the thing. I didn't know this had Michelins. Holy crap.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh, Michelin over a Nito? Oh, yes. That's huge.
305.
There's 22-inch tires and wheels. I swear these are different tires and wheels from when I came around Saturday. I mean, I thought these were Nitos.
No.
Wow.
It was just dirty. It was dirty.
Oh, I know this truck. I mean, does this thing look good or what?
It's a nice truck. Mechanics are like looking at it like, well, what is it? Like, ooh, I hear the sound, but what is it?
So now here's a question. Did they put a different front grille in it? Was this blacked out?
Yeah.
See, when I see a picture, see, your internet shows this truck when it first came in, and it's all chromed out and everything.
Yeah, that's done.
So
I was telling you in the video, maybe you should just do this, black this out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe come on all the way over, black this out, black the,
Yeah, right.
Kind of get it a little bit
So
more.
they did. So they added some more stuff.
A little black, yeah.
So there's a lot more stuff going on with this truck than you realize.
Yeah.
It isn't just a suspension.
No.
Wheels, tires, exhaust.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, within reason. So it's still within reason to buy it.
You get crazy.
It turns into Super Snake.
Basically a Super Snake with no supercharger.
Right. So look at this here. So there's the Mach-E that I have, and there's that color. First, you look at this color. They look two different colors to me.
It's a shade.
It just looks different, doesn't it? Doesn't it look different?
Different.
Wow. I think that thing's pretty cool.
It's a cool truck.
Wow. How we pulled this off, Jesus. All right. Oh, here we are. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. So the F-150, what do we call it? I mean, what do we call it? You can't call it a Super Snake. I mean, sincerely, what do I even call this? You should have gotten, the guy had one that had a Coyote sticker. The Coyote, something. Nice. I mean, I don't know what I'd call this.
Coyote motor.
It is. But what do you need? It's got to have, the spider package. I mean, who the heck knows? I'm just saying the blacked out package. But oh my gosh, it all went down. So bye-bye Maverick. That door's open over there. Oh, did I give you the keys? No. Uh-oh. That's not good, right? I better give you the keys. That's one key. There we go.
All right, my man.
All right.
See ya.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Keep it under 100.
Yep, you'll be hearing from me.
Okay.
All right, we are in the truck. We're going to start her up. Look here, man. Look at this, the key, the ignition. Listen to this bad boy. There it is. Wow. Yep. My salesman Derek, he pulled it off for me. So hold on a second. All right, I am leaving. Can I leave? Can I get out of here without buying something else? Oh my gosh. This thing is so cool. And I mean, already some of the guys here at work here, I was trying to get out of here. Gentleman's like, man, what the heck is that? Even some people at work here, they didn't even know they built this thing. So here it is. Here's my F-150 Super Snake. I mean, to a degree. Is this it? We're going to find out, right? I mean, come on. Wow. I'm right behind the GM here in his turbo 911. We'll go racing. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Yeah, I know. Even the guy who works here is like, he does all the picture taking for all the used cars and new cars and stuff, and he gets them on the internet. And he was even like, didn't you just buy that Maverick? I'm like, yeah, I did just buy that Maverick. He's like, isn't that like the first edition? I'm like, yeah, but I didn't order that one. And he's like, you gave that up? I'm like, yeah, man. And he's like, yeah, man, I think you did right. So, you Coons, Baltimore Ford, I just can't emphasize enough that with our relationships, there's no way these deals would be going down. You just have no idea that I've tried to buy other vehicles and do things, and it's all about relationships. So it's so crazy. This shift handle is so easy to get in and out of. They've finessed this shifter handle on the 2022 Ford F-150 trucks. And okay, so here comes the bumps. So how does this thing do? You know, does this thing do do the lollipop? Does it do the bouncy thing? You know, what does it do? You know what I mean? There's my man. Oh my goodness. So the thing's so free-spirited right now. So this thing does have, seems like it has like, rev match. And this thing has on the mode, oh, is it over here? No, I don't even know, drive mode. Okay, it's over here. It's down here. So you go here to get the sport. And see, there's the sport mode. Look at that. That's just crazy. I mean, who would have guessed that? I would have told you, yes, already this thing's already playing. Huh. I mean, wow. But, it's not going to stiffen up suspension. It isn't doing that. It's going to be more, I'm guessing, about, the shifts is my guess. Wow. Listen to this thing. So the exhaust is really is nice. And it doesn't have the drone in it, if you know what I mean. Oh, listen to that. I mean, come on. Woohoo! But what's going to be really interesting, listen to this thing. Oh, it's so funny. This is what's crazy. The Super Snake I had, it never had the exhaust on it. I don't know why Shelby they did such a conservative exhaust on a truck. It never really had any, it sounded like a vacuum cleaner when you got into the damn thing. And I always thought, I never did, just because it's like the theme. It was a side exhaust in front of the tire, and it was pitiful. I mean, it really was bad. I mean, just beyond believable. This truck has more of a fun factor than that Super Snake F-150. Listen to this thing. I mean, come on. And this little thing gets up the road, and I'm not really, I'm going to break the engine in. It's got 103 miles on it. And, I don't want to rag her out. But right now, so she definitely has that taut, bouncy feel because of the road. It's a very stiff suspension. So I think up here, this is going to be the key coming up on this one part of the highway. This thing's going to be bouncy. And I was telling you when I got my Bronco last week, like, watch how this Bronco just eats up. I mean, this thing, oh my gosh, what a blast. So he definitely did the exhaust right. And I was talking to those guys, so I was so wrong about what I thought they had in this truck. They painted the front bumper, the rear bumper. What I did, took a picture on my other phone of their website of this truck, how it originally looked. So I'm going to show you that on my video of what this truck looked like when it first came in, how bland it was and how boring and blah it was. Here it is. Did you hear that exhaust? Do you hear this truck downshifting? But here's the bouncy part. So yeah, this thing here definitely choppy. I'll be riding a Bronco now. Yeah, this is the riding Bronco. Listen, I'm not really even getting into it. I'm not even getting into her. Listen to this exhaust. Oh my gosh. It's all about the exhaust. I'm in the sport mode, and yeah, the bumps are going to start happening, no doubt. Yeah, the jarring, the teeth out mode. So I think I'm going to go back to the normal mode, because now I'm going to kind of be out on the open highway. You know what I mean? I'm going to go back here. Let's see here. Sport. Let's see. Tow haul. There's normal. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to do anything with the ride. It's going to be more about the RPM. So yeah, it's a bumpy. Yeah, but this road's always brutal when I come out of this. It's the concrete. Why? Who paid off the governing bodies to put concrete roads in? They're the worst because they do them in sections. So it's just yeah, who got paid off, right? So wow. But listen to the truck. So she's a lot tamer now in that normal mode. So it's a big difference on the fun factor from the normal to the sport mode. Yeah, this is as you can see, this is a long road. Now we're on just night and day. Yeah, paved roads. But anyways, let's see. So here's the volume. Here's all the setup. So here comes the rain. I was really wanting to miss the rain. Oh, so this is interesting. Up here on the highway, kind of that lull mode. You kind of get a little bit more. It's kind of weird. Transmission's in the same gear, but you're kind of getting a little bit more of that really exhaust note out of this thing. And it's not the drone, but so the drone is it's borderline. And I never really got this truck really out in the higher when he tried to test drive it. So you kind of hear that. And it doesn't radiate too much in the interior, but a little bit. I mean, you definitely know you got the exhaust on this truck. It's all about the exhaust. Oh my gosh. Wow. On the upper highway. Yeah, that exhaust, you can only imagine. Exhaust gets a little older, I would think that it would kind of burn through a little bit of whatever. I don't know. You just kind of think that as an exhaust gets older, it kind of even gets more of a note out of it. Yeah, so the kid. Yeah, the kid, I asked her, are you going to give up your Mustang for it? And she came to closure like, nope. And I don't disagree. I think that was the right decision for her. So it's the old man's truck. This is my baby. We'll let her drive it. Yeah, she'll get to drive it. But for the most part, yeah, famous last words. Yeah, this thing's just so fun. But you hearing that exhaust? Yeah, this thing has a lot of exhaust note in it. A lot. Yeah, this is one of these things where you get to a point like, I'm out. I can't take the noise. Like my wife would be like, are you kidding me? You think this is fun? Yeah, listen to this thing. Can you hear it ringing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'd have to say the exhaust drone, yeah. I'd have to say to a degree, yeah. Yeah. But if you like exhaust, oh, wow. Yeah, so they, going back to, I was driving over, it's kind of trying to figure out what money they had into this thing. And so get this truck is now 6 months. So this kind of created an opportunity for me, because I was able to get the truck, I feel like, at a pretty respectable deal. But apparently this truck now is so over the books on inventory because they had the challenge of getting parts. So it's a 6-month-old truck. I got to look at that sticker on the truck, on the door jamb, to kind of see that. And the gentleman there that's the sales manager, he said it well. He's like, we don't go radical on very expensive things, but we don't go to cheap stuff. So it's like, we try to keep it by the middle of the road. So the dub wheels, his position is, it's a good wheel. Is it the baddest, Highline expensive wheel? Nope. But the Michelin tires, to me, that's huge. So the Michelin tires, very excited about that. But here's what he says. They painted, first they had to take all they made it into the black decals. the black grill, the black side decals. They did the front and rear bumpers. They had to paint those. So they did a lot more of this thing than you realize. But boy, you can hear that. You definitely can hear that exhaust. So if you're not an exhaust lover, then yeah, you're not going to be happy, because it's definitely very apparent. So here's the thing. Let's look at our views. 25 mile per gallon vehicle. You would think this thing here would be like an 18-20 mile per gallon vehicle. I can't see it being correct right now because the truck hasn't really been driven, but I'll reset it. And so I would think this thing would be every bit of 18-20 miles per gallon. I mean, that would not be funny if this thing got like 25 miles a gallon. Yes, supercharge it? Nah, no, I'm not. I mean, I already have fast cars. This thing's fast, and the problem is you can't get the money out of these things. You know, what people don't understand is the loan value. You know, it's the loan value to the vehicle. And once the once you start modding a used car, the challenge is that the dealer has to find somebody who has a lot of cash to pay down all the accessories to the bank to buy the car. So down the road, if you want to sell this, trade it in, the dealer's position is whatever the bank value is what we're going to judge it on. So they don't give a crap if you did all these mods. So yeah, you think you got a $50,000 truck, it's worth maybe 40. And that's where you got to be careful. If you're going to keep it forever, then yeah, or if you don't really care, you just want to get your fun factor out of it. And that's, then yeah, you do all your mods and put it in the truck, but people get aggravated when they do all this stuff to their vehicles and then they don't get the money out of them, not understanding that, well, there's a reason, because the banks aren't going to buy the extra stuff on them. That's the real story. I don't know why. All the time. I live on the road, all I see now, so we got to kind of get it up a little bit. To kind of get between the truckies here, which... Yeah, this little bad boy gets on the road. I'm gonna tell you what, this thing here, I mean, I'm not even getting into it, and this thing just coasts. I mean, it just coasts. Yeah, see, there's that 20. I mean, that would be pretty cool. If I get 20, I'm pretty happy. I mean, rolling, bean, 15, you care. Yeah, well, once again, the Coons Ford Baltimore people, they just have done such a great job to have my fun. It's all about the fun factor. Yeah, so for me, the mission. Did I complete the mission? I did. This mission started on Saturday. Yeah, even my sales guy said that he kind of looked at it and kind of evaluated, and he thought, yeah, do I share this? Because he knows, I just got something, and at the last minute, he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to share it. And I'm really glad he did, because I'd be bummed if I would have found out down the road that this thing here was, came and go, and that, I didn't have a choice to look at it. I'd kind of been like, man, I wish you would have just told me. At least I had the option. Maverick or F-150. But what do I call? What would be a creative name, for this vehicle? What's the creative name? I don't know. You gotta, I think the way this thing's all kind of cool, you gotta get a name. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. Anybody else watching my video, what would be a pretty cool, name for the vehicle? And like I say, on the car show, if you watch my car show from Sunday, a guy had a red truck he tried to make look like this, but it didn't happen. Then he had Coyote in the back end of the truck. I actually like that. I actually think that's a pretty good idea. I actually think that would be a pretty cool sticker to put in the back of this truck, a blacked out sticker that said Coyote. Yeah, let's call it the Coyote. How about that idea, right? I think it sounds pretty good. Yeah, it'd be interesting when I watch this video to hear the muffler exhaust. Yeah, I mean, I think you can hear it. Do you feel like you're sitting right over there? I mean, sincerely, do you feel like you're like, yeah, I feel like I'm sitting in your truck. Let's go to the cruise. Doesn't have all the fancy dancy stuff, so we'll put it on 75. And you know, it's so crazy these days. The vehicles are so geared, so many gears. You know, years ago, you buy a new car, they don't want you to drive over 55 miles an hour. The revolution to the motor would be too high. You know, if you didn't have it geared right. But today's cars are so geared, so many gears that you can, you know, you can go above the speed limit, go above the, I should say, the break-in period without the the RPMs being way up there. The break-in. I wonder what the tire pressures are. That's what I'm very surprised on that. So truck info, tire pressures. 37, nah, not bad. It's probably within reason. Yeah, you can probably be like, wow, that thing definitely radiates exhaust. Yeah, this thing's loud. Yeah, it is loud. Wow. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, this is a truck, I don't know, long trip, long ride truck. Wow. Can you picture somebody else in here with you? You hear me about yelling? You hear this thing kind of like burping? This is just under cruise control right now, and this thing's making all this noise. Yeah, this thing likes to burp a little bit. It's so weird on how this thing is, do you hear that? It is so strange. I mean, wow. All right, what's my view, I wonder? All right, that's the fuel economy. And this thing does not have XM radio. Isn't that amazing? No XM radio? I'm blown away on that. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? But the exhaust note. Yeah, so you don't know. That's the thing when you do these type of modifications. You don't know until you buy this stuff and do it. So even Kuhn's Baltimore Ford, I can guarantee the guys that do all work in this truck, they'll be like, you know, we don't do this on a regular basis, so we don't really know how this all plays out. We just don't know, you know. Is the exhaust going to be cool? Is it going to be obnoxious? Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah. I guess the kid would be jumping for joy, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, even for me. But this thing rides nice. I mean, considering, and once again, you know, I just bought a truck where Kuhn's Baltimore Ford, they're not like known for the, you know, I mean, I probably eat my words, but I've never have looked at them as being like the customization dealership, primo place to go to. They usually have stuff that's customized that they bring in from somebody else, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. You hear that exhaust, dude? Yeah, so I kind of wonder what drove that thought process. Did my Shelby Super Saint truck drive that idea? I didn't get rid of that until like August. See, I think they got this thing back like in April or May. Yeah, like May is when they probably got it. Yeah, it definitely needs spot mirrors for me. The spot mirrors. It has the cross traffic, so that's nice. Interior is nice. I like the interior. But you hear that exhaust? It's funny how this thing kind of burps down. But they probably don't have the premium fuel, but people are trying to eat premium. I don't know. I think premium's good. I mean, I don't deny that 87 gets it down the road fine, but does premium give a little bit more something in that sport mode? Yeah, so definitely tint out the windows. That'll be the first thing. Do a stripe across the windshield. Do that. Already got that, right? Bed rug that's on order. Got to do the bed rug. Kind of too bad the weather's going to come in this afternoon, because if it wasn't, I'd go by and, well, got the wheels and tires. Wonder who wants some nice new wheels and tires. I think it's worth $1,000. I mean, the tires are brand new. I mean, I don't know. I'll just have to put the feelers out there. So look at that. So now I'm kind of coasting down. So the engine's not really doing much. So look at that. There's a huge difference. Yeah, so now you hear it, right? Yeah, so this one's interesting. Maryland's a green state and Virginia's not. So Virginia can sell the super snake, the Shelby products. Maryland can't sell a new. They can take in a used Shelby Tuscany built product, but they can't be a Shelby authorized dealer that's separate from the Ford Performance Division, because they're a green state. The state of Maryland won't allow it because it's a modified factory vehicle, and as a new vehicle, Maryland doesn't allow that. Virginia does. So what I'm saying to you is, do these guys, you know, kind of start going down the path where they start building their own little in-house, somewhat super snakes? I don't know. These two-door trucks, I don't know. You know, what I hear on the Virginia side is the two-door lower truck is not the sought-after truck. It's the four-door lifted truck. Do I get her home without her getting all dirty? Right? Wowsker, she's so much fun. This is a fun truck. I really like the instrumentation. Look at this here. 22 miles a gallon. I know on the open highway. Coming into the Frederick, Maryland area. Just pretty mountains there. Catoctin Mountains. That's what that is. Yeah, I live on the base of the Catoctin Mountain. Yeah, I kind of wish that the weather wasn't going to move in, because I'd borderline take this to LA 10, get the windows tinted, and pick up my bed rug and have a project. I got a lot of projects. I got to get the brake controller. Oh, that's something I didn't think about either. Oh, but where is the... That's so interesting. So look at this here. So yeah, so this doesn't have an electronic brake controller in it. Wow. Yeah, that's too bad. There's another freaking project. If I don't know, but I use this for that. That look pretty neat. But would I do it? I doubt it. Yeah, checking down here right now. I'm not seeing anything for that. You know what I mean? Looking at the roof here, looking all over the place. So, and it's something when you first get a new car, you're so like paranoid if something happening to it. Yeah, can everybody relate with that? You know, you get a new car. See, going down hills, pretty good, right? I just have to go down hills all the time. If I go down hills, the exhaust isn't too, you know, loud. So yeah, I just need to focus on going down hills. But yeah, get a new car, and you just have that, you're the proud owner of a new car. You don't want anything to happen to it. You know, you don't want anybody to run into it, anybody to ding it. But you know what happens? 9 times out of 10, my experience has been, I end up doing something to it. Have you ever had that? You know? I mean, you buy a new car, or it's a used car, but it's your new flavor in your life. and you're so fixated on nothing happening, you're overprotective of it, and then in the end, you're the person that ends up damaging it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was talking about that Volkswagen GTI earlier. Nobody's responded to that, wanting to hear that story yet. Once somebody goes, yeah, I'd like to hear the 1984 Volkswagen GTI, one of the first in the country that I bought, how that all played out. Look at this here. This is just country up here as far as the mountains go, but yeah. Yesterday I was coming back in, and there was I've always wondered if a cop would sit right up here in the hill and just bust you as you go by it too fast. I don't know, yesterday, I swear a guy was coming. Yeah, I was like, oh, this ain't good. Yes. Yeah. What next, right? Ha! Oh my gosh, there's a Royal Farms. My kid loves that food. I can probably get over there. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna go over there right now. Shows the chicken. I'm gonna backtrack over to that and get some Royal Farms chicken breast. There's a sign. Now you get to hear and see. Now that we're off the exhaust and everything else, see how quiet it is? Yeah, extremely different, right? Yeah, listen to her now. Yeah, I mean, she's peaceful, right? Pretty cool. Well, I don't know if you get the deal I'd got, supposedly. I mean, I'm no fool to life. Did I get a deal? I mean, in the end, for me, the guys took care of me, so we pulled it off. I'd really have to honestly say that this played out. Yeah. And now, right, when I said, what's next, right? Yeah. What's the next phone call? Hey, your F-150 Lightning came in. Oh, I'll be like, oh, that's just fantastic. Listen to her. Not even in sport mode. Hey, this is kind of cool. So this is your mode. Look, it goes to manual mode. So that I can take and use the plus and minus to shift it on my own. It has something instead of the paddle shifters, you know. So really nice and quiet. Hey, look at the fuel economy. Wouldn't that be, I mean, that would be crazy if this thing got, I think this would be a 20 mile per gallon vehicle. The reason I say that is I can get 18 out of my Raptor if I'm not really too hard on it. That's hard to believe, right? Even me saying that. Is that factual? All right, Royal Farms. Put a bigger, how do you get in here? I guess you can get it right here. I've never been to this one. This is a newer one. And never been here to this Royal Farms here. Everything just, you drive the roads, it's just incredible. Oh, that's so funny. I never tightened up the steering wheel thing here. All right, let's get in here and see if we can get some chicken, right? So I get it. I might go park it, or I get a little better view of it, but I guess not. And now here's the danger. Here I go. I park right here. Yeah, right? Yeah, this is what you're like, no, don't park it here because somebody will hit it. Right. Oh, right. How about that there? I definitely think like the lower markers being blacked out. You know, yeah, right. But I mean, yeah, it's always, is it ever good enough, right? Right? I mean, come on. Wow. It's a Ford too, and a lot of people be like, hey man, it's just a freaking Ford truck. Here's what's interesting. So I don't have I have to go back to old days of using my key fob to get her to go. So let's start her up. Let's see if we can do that. So you can hear her out here in the Is that door closed? Doesn't look like that door's closed. I guess it is. Lock it. Yeah, that sounds kind of tame. Alright? Or does it? So now I gotta do the old days, man. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright. Alright. Got my chicken. Bok, bok, bok. Oh, the kid. So I kind of was thinking, do I tell the kid now or later? She's at college. I'm figuring, you know what? I'll go ahead and text truck. And instantly she's like, what did you trade? She drove the F-450 to school today. And so she's like texting me over and over again, what did you trade? What did you trade? So she's probably thinking, oh my God, Dad traded my Mustang for the truck. Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those panic mode types of texting me. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to do that. I mean, I came to closure that if the deal could only go down with the Mustang, then I just kind of came to closure that I'm not going to do that. Because I've already been through this once. My kid loves that Mustang. So if I sell that Mustang for this, there's no doubt in my mind, down the road, the kids want the Mustang. And that Mustang we picked up, that's a really nice Mustang. And you saw last week how she drove that GT500 Mustang, the 2009. And she really wanted that car. But it's like, yeah, but I think when it's all said and done, you know, we debated trading the GT Mustang for GT500. I just felt like in the end, I don't know. I mean, that was debatable for sure, but the terms, it's just a whole different ball game. So that car's still sitting there. It's kind of hard to believe. It's priced right. I mean, the car isn't like overpriced. It's definitely priced for the market correctly. So kind of surprising that that car actually still there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit of we're getting a little drizzle right now. But listen to this thing. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat to hear it in the you need to hear it in the tunnel, right? Even more of an exhaust note out of it. One thing that's nice is this thing has the auto, which the F-450, kind of surprising. This thing has a little bit more options, not much, but features. And until you understand the auto zone, that's huge. So there's kind of that lag right there on the. Here's a guy who wants to race. Watch. He's like, Chevy's gonna beat your Ford. Like, bye bye. Yes, here's that kind of that drone. You know what I mean? And I haven't, you know, putting it in sport mode. This thing probably would get rid of that a little bit, but I think on the open highway, for me, in the open highway, I'd rather lower, you know, gear and have the. I'd rather get the fuel economy. You know, I mean, really, I think it's a 20 mile per hour vehicle. I don't think the highways. I'm driving on highways, so I just can't see it. But that's 5.0 Coyote motor. Think about how long this motor's kind of been around these cars and trucks, and I was just and I mean, sadly, there's a lot of people who've had these motors go kaput on them. But you know, Ford stands behind it. I've heard a lot of stories of people buying a Mustang and the Coyote motor just goes kaboom. But I've heard the story too, where the Ford stepped up to the plate and gave them a brand new motor. They didn't really argue much about it, and you know, they have to make sure it's a good reason of why it blew up. So here we go on the ride back in. So let's just make this. So is this number 22 on cars today? I went through the whole list this morning, even for me. So I think this is either 22 or 23. So if I was hit 24, that'd be 2 cars a month in car side. And I was really trying to think to myself, I guarantee I'm missing a vehicle. I just about guarantee if I go through the list of cars, that I've bought since January. There's probably something missing. And what is it? Hear this thing? So funny. How this burps a little bit. Wow. That is so strange.